Harper is learning and recapping what we've done yesterday. Yesterday she learned to come to the tone recall. So the tone recall is simply a button we can press on her e-collar. It makes a beep on the collar right next to her ear. She hears that beep and she's been trained yesterday to run to her handler when she hears that. We started on a 6-foot leash that you see here. So a pretty close distance. She heard the beep, we'd say come, she'd come to us, good girl. Then we moved to the 30-foot leash, let her go off and get distracted, same pattern. And now she's pretty sharp with that. So today we're gonna recap that, and then we're also gonna add in a nifty sit stay. So she says seated until she's released or called to us. So far in just 2 days, Harper's learning a stationary command, sit and stay, and a movement command, recall, come to us quickly. And that's pretty much the foundation of the entire program. She's gonna learn things so much more quickly now with this solid foundation than she would otherwise, right honey? First thing I'll start with is a little warm-up to recap yesterday's teachings. The 6-foot recall should be pretty simple for this girl. She's super smart. So what I'll do to show you the pattern is I'm gonna tap this T button, T for tone. It'll make a beep on her collar. I'll say come. When she comes to me, good girl. When she gets to my feet, I'll pet her. I'd love her to sit, but we're not there yet. If she gives it to me, I'll tell her awesome job. Let's try it. Come. Good girl. Wow, that was so good. Good girl. And we're just establishing a pattern with this short leash that will then apply to her long leash and then eventually total off-leash freedom for this former flight risk. Good girl. So that pattern again is tone, come, good girl, and then she should sit at my feet. Very nice. Smart girl, and some praise. Come, good girl. Sit, good girl, Harpy. My good girl. Break. Good girl, hon. Good girl, go on. Come, good girl. Sit. Good job. Right at my feet. Good job, baby. Good job. Good girl. Good job. Fortunately, Harper is much smarter than me. She's a very perceptive dog, and she's noticed that if she goes off and explores for a while, I'm gonna call her back eventually. So she may as well just stick close to me. This is not a bad problem to have, really, especially for a flight risk dog. But it is a bad problem because I can't get my reps in for recalls at long distances if she's not out there doing something fun. So I think we're gonna have to teach her the sit stay now. Simple enough. We did a little work on this already, but she still needs some proofing. I'm gonna ask Harper to sit since she already knows this. If she sits, I tell her, good girl, awesome job. If she doesn't, I simply tap on the e-collar. She understands that this means try something else. It's not a punishment, it just means, no, wrong choice. How about you try something? And she says, well, how about I sit? And I say, that's awesome, good job. So she'll sit, I tell her, good girl. And then she needs to stay seated, here's the key, until I release her. If she tries to get up before I do, I simply say N-O in a nice deep tone, tap, put her back down. I'll add distance, I'll add distractions, I'll add some duration, and then I'll be able to use that to get some distance. I'll have her sit, stay, I'll be able to walk 30 feet away and then recall her. So she understands that distance doesn't mean she can run away. So we'll get started on that. Day 2, she's doing great. Let's learn her sit, stay, baby. Like I said, Harper does already know a sit command. Most dogs do. You know, when you get a puppy or a new dog from the shelter, the first thing you're gonna teach them is sit. I wish more people would choose recall first, but we do use this to our advantage. So she already knows sit, so Harper, sit! Good girl, honey. Good girl. I still praise, even though it's very easy. Awesome job, baby. And now, what most people don't teach their dogs is to stay, or they don't know how to. But we're gonna do that here for her. So she sits and she needs to stay until released or asked to do another command. So I'm gonna start by doing little circles around her. I'm about 4 feet away from her. You can see that slack in her leash. Making little half circles. Good girl. Let's try full circle. Good girl. Awesome. Good girl, Harper. Getting all twisted up. Good job, baby. This long line. Good girl. Now that she was so successful, I want to stop it there and tell her, break! Good girl, yay! And now we'll move on to more distance in those circles, more distractions. Maybe I'll be jumping up and down, baby talking, whatever gets her going. So again, sit! Good girl. And now we're at the full 6 feet. We're not going to teach the dog to do this really, really close to them because we want their eyes. Good girl to be working too. Good girl. She got her eyes on me. Good girl. And I'll capture that. Awesome job. A full circle at 6 feet. And if she gets up, I say N-O, tap, get her back down, and repeat until she's successful. Like that one. That was so good. Good girl. Go in and praise. I'm going to keep her there, add in some distractions. Grab a nice branch right here. I heard you like to play fetch. Woo! Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Break! Good girl, honey. Yay! Yay! Awesome. Good girl. She's doing so well. I want to add some distance now, so I'll grab my long line. Before I even think about dropping my short line. Drop that leash. Sit! Good girl. You can't see off camera, but I'm giving her this hand signal. We do want to engage those eyes. Good girl. Gonna fix that. There we go. Now get about 10 feet away. Good girl. Hi, honey. Hey. Hi. Good. Good girl. Hi. No pressure. Good girl. And I'm moving into her just to say, go back down to the position and sit. Good girl. When she sits, I remove that pressure as well. Good girl, baby. Awesome. Good girl. Let's try it here. I'm not going to release her, I'm going to recall her. So from this distance, come. Good girl. Yeah. Right there. Awesome. Sit. Good girl. Very nice rep, honey. Good girl. Break. Break. Good girl. Awesome. We'll do a few more of those until I feel really comfortable that she understands. Good girl. I think she's getting it though. Smart lady. Come. Good girl.